What up? And well met. I'm Mulatto Rants, this is Muscle and Magicka, and you, my friend, are about to change factions.
Do you remember nothing of honor? Of glory on a battlefield?
Oh, chill out, Garrosh. It's not like we're switching to Alliance or anything. I'm just saying that the past few quests have been dedicated towards people who are either cutting or just hungry all the time, like myself. However, my man Exum has initiated a subscriber quest for people who are having trouble getting in enough calories. So, we're gonna help him out, partly because we're nice people, and mostly because we're selfish and winter is coming and many of us are gonna be bulking soon anyway. So, hope you have the $30 for faction transfer. Let's go. Because opposing factions sometimes share territory, they often end up with very similar looking quests, and I think that you will notice some similarities between our quest objectives today and some of our quest objectives back when we were Horde. I mean, hungry. First things first, rather than investing all of our points into volumization, we actually want to put a few points into the caloric density skill tree, because high calorie foods are a lot easier to eat more of than high volume foods. Garrosh, before you even open your mouth, I am not saying eat only junk food, okay? You still want to put some points in volumization because you want to hit your macros and you want to try to compose your diet predominantly of whole foods. But if you're someone who's having trouble eating enough, running a full fiber spec is not only unnecessary, but it's actually going to end up gimping your damage in the end. Trust me, I've run the DPS tests. Now, while I can promise you that your DPS will not suffer, your rotation will change a little bit from more burst damage to sustained over time damage. And the reason for that is that in this build, you never want to let your resources cap. Namely hunger in this case. Now, if you've ever been a min-maxer, then you know that anytime your mana or energy bar is full, you're actually wasting resources because you're not using enough skills and abilities to keep your bar slightly depleted so that you can constantly make use of that infinite regen. And it's the exact same thing with your hunger bar. You want to eat as early and as often as possible so that you're constantly regenerating hunger throughout the day and giving yourself a much larger time frame within which to consume all of your calories. The third quest objective should seem especially familiar, and that is focus on liquids.
Liquid.
Only this time we want liquids that do contain calories. Again, everyone's a little bit different, but by and large, liquid calories tend to be a lot less filling than calories that come from solid food. So I would recommend a homemade milkshake with peanut butter. If it's raid night, maybe a good old gamer fuel with peanut butter. And if you insist upon keeping things clean, you can always chug a bottle of extra virgin olive oil with peanut butter. My final piece of advice would be to either buy a mount or find some other way to decrease your activity level.
You who would parley with the humans, who allowed warlocks to practice their dark magics right under our feet.
No, Garrosh, it's not dark that's a treadmill underneath your feet, and I'm telling you to get off that thing. It's not uncommon to find Hardgainers doing excessive amounts of cardio because they think it's good for them. Now, don't get me wrong, activity level is encouraged, whether you're bulking or cutting. However, if you're a Hardgainer, chances are it's because you have very high energy needs combined with a very low appetite. So keep in mind that any additional cardio that you do is only going to raise those energy needs even higher. So, it might be a good idea to keep it to a minimum. Now, you could also try playing a mage. You get to stand in the exact same spot all day long, you cast the same 2 spells back to back, and the only time you ever have to move is if there's fire. Or you could just do what most mages do and stand in the fire anyway. But I hope you gained some experience points from this. If you leveled up, feel free to like the video, and if you want future quests to pop up in your quest log, subscribe to the channel and join the Order of Muscle and Magicka. Until next time, Mulatto Rants, logging out.
You are an orc no longer, and speak for none but yourself.
Yeah, okay, Garrosh.